look at this. Look how light. Woo! Oh my God. I almost just crashed trying to show off that this bike is so light. That's a clip right there, boys. The most dangerous about a motorcycle, when you feel the most comfortable. No matter what it is still a motorcycle and you can still crash. You are still on 2 wheels, sir. That is crazy that just happened. I'm gonna throw it in the video. I don't even care. Clip it. Let's go viral. Almost crashed on my 300cc motorcycle. What is up, YouTube fam? We are going to be riding the R3 today. Look at her. Finally got the helmet cam set up. We're also going to be doing a review video on this. She looks gorgeous per usual. Love her. Beautiful purple. And then my other baby right there, the white ZX10 under the cover. Leave a like, subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. For new riders, this bike teaches you everything you need to know about riding. I think it's a slipper clutch, but since there's no assisted shifting, like a quick shift or anything, it teaches you how to manually shift motorcycles. And on top of that, I got ABS on this one because I knew when I first started riding, I didn't know anything about riding, and I did not want to ever have any issues with my brakes. I had to emergency brake multiple times, slamming the rear brake and the front brake at the same time. The ABS definitely kept me from locking up my brakes multiple times and saved me from getting into accidents. This is like the safest bike, like I said, to learn on because it's not overpowered. After being on the ZX10 and getting on this, it's not really fair to compare power because what that bike probably makes like 190 plus horsepower. I don't even know the exact dyno numbers, but this bike makes 40 horsepower, 42 horsepower. So this kind of feels like a lawnmower after being on that and riding that around and having the quick shifter and having the luxury of speed and convenience and performance all in one. The Brembo brakes on that feel amazing. I'm gonna do a review on that soon, but this video is not about that bike. This bike, like I said, great starter bike. You cannot really get a better bike for the money or a safer bike for the money. You do everything. I even learned how to power wheelie on this thing. I was keeping up with 600s and 1000s on the highway whenever there was traffic because I got so good with maxing this bike out, like just completely topping it out, going the top speed. The highest I've ever been is 119 on this bike, of course, not in real life. On GTA and on a closed track course. Hello officers, cutting through traffic at that speed. Other bikes, if they're not skilled riders, on the back seat right now, just riding with no hands. I'm super comfortable like this, and I can stand up like this. That's another thing. This bike also taught me how to rev match. I don't know if this is a merge lane or not. That is a merge lane. This bike teaches you everything about riding. You can ride with no hands now. Like before, when I first got this bike, I was so scared of riding. I wish I recorded my first ever ride because I was holding the brake the whole time. I was petrified. Never rode anything before, like never ridden bikes ever in your life. This is the most perfect bike to start on, safely, comfortably. And if you know you're a speed demon, you know you like doing crazy things on the track and not the road or in GTA and not in real life, then this is definitely a smart choice for you to be safe and to learn how to do it properly with no issues. I would rather, not saying I would like to crash, I mean, I hope and pray to God that I do not, but I mean, in my opinion, I would rather go down on a slower bike, going slower speeds, than going down on a faster bike, going faster speeds. And since it's a starter bike, it's always sought after. The market's good on them. I mean, they stay the same price. And I will say, if you haven't rode a motorcycle before, man, it is the most liberating feeling in the whole entire world. Like nothing compares to it. I love cars still, I'm not gonna lie, more than bikes. There's still nothing that compares to riding a motorcycle. So I love cars, and that was my first original love. I will never give that up. The goal is to still have a McLaren 720S one day, and I will have it. And I can't wait till the day where I can come back to this video and be like, hey man, I told you I'd do it, and I did it. When I get off the bike, I'm gonna do a walk around of the bike and what I've done to it so far. Well, I put 13,500 miles on this bike. I've driven this bike 3 hours away to the beach. I've driven this bike 2 hours away to a whole nother state, 2.5 hours. I've done so many things with this motorcycle. I've gone far, I've gone close, I've gone on back roads, I've gone on the highway. I've taken this thing everywhere. Like I said, I've done absolutely everything you can imaginable with this bike. Let me show you guys a sound review. I do have the muffler taken off because this thing sounds like a Dyson vacuum. Stop. And then with that taken off, it makes it a lot louder, and it has little pops around 8,900 RPM. Doesn't sound bad for a little 300, man. Does not sound bad for a little 300. Turn this off. Look how beautiful it is, bro. For a starter bike, okay, see, like the fan's already kicking on. Just want to show y'all the headlights. It is such a good looking bike, a great starter bike. Beginner friendly, safe. Like, I have no complaints. It's done its job. It's done more than its job. Like I said, this thing has saved me so much money. Well, my gas is like $12, $10 to $12 to fill up. Everything is cheap and reliable on it. You do all the work yourself, you gotta maintenance yourself. The only thing that I have not done myself was changing the sprocket in the chain, because I got a new chain and sprocket, and I just paid the mechanics to do it. Oh, and I also, for the rear tire, I mean, I don't have a tire mount machine or whatever, obviously, so I had them do that. And I put the Diablo Rosso 4s on there, because these things at the track, these bikes are great track bikes. Like I said, they're so light and so flickable. The only thing you have to do is adjust where the pegs, you have to move those up or higher, or just adjust them. I don't know where they would necessarily go, because the way that it sits right now, when I lean super far over, if I try to scrape knee, for example, on this bike, my pegs will scrape the ground and it'll throw me off and scare me. It's been a great bike. It looks amazing. Affordable, reliable, daily. Gets the job done. I just helped one of my friends actually cop one for himself as his first bike, and he has no complaints. He hasn't said a word to me since he got it. He's just been riding it, enjoying it, living his best life. And as a first bike, you just are so happy that you finally have a motorcycle. You just love riding, and this is a great bike because you could take this on the highway. I mentioned that in my previous video. Like I said, you could take this everywhere. On the car road, I would say this is like GR86, like something that's slow but good in turns, good at handling, and not too slow where it's like not fun to drive, to where you can't go, above 100 miles an hour, above 80 miles an hour. Because on this bike, of course, like I said, the top speed that I can hit on this is 119. That's me fully tucked. And it depends on the road that you're on too, because like I said, the power isn't insane on this. So the power, sometimes when you're going on surfaces that are harder for the bike to gain traction on, or gain momentum on, or downforce on, aero, whatever you want to call it, it won't hit 119. But on certain roads, the bike will go. It'll go up to it and it'll stay there. It'll actually bounce off the rev limiter and probably go down to like 117 if you keep trying to hold it at 119. But I mean, for a starter bike, again, I do that in GTA or on the track on a disclosed course, not on public roads. But that's the same thing as these cars. Like I said, I think the Honda Civic tops out, I don't even know. I've never tried to top out Honda Civic. I believe it may top out at 115 or 110, 114, but that's usually like a car limiter. This is like just a perfect, clean, daily. Also, because it's a motorcycle, and especially this color is purple and pink, looks beautiful. It's funny, when I would go to bike meets or car meets or something, there would be girls that would walk by leader bikes or walk by 600, 700, whatever, just bigger bikes and faster bikes than mine. Usually they don't know too much about the motorcycle world, but they actually would come up to me, start talking to me and ask me for a ride on my motorcycle, my little 300, and walk by the faster bikes, and I would just be like, I would just laugh. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, like I said, the straight line warriors will still get cooked in the corners on these. If we go to a really, if we get on a track or on a really twisty track or really twisty road, ZX10, you have to be really skilled. Again, how do you get that skill? Learning on something like this. You have to be really skilled to be a fast rider on those bikes, because those bikes are a lot more dangerous and a lot more powerful. So when you're going into turns and things, you have to be a lot more cautious, and you have to, like I said, you have to know what you're doing. You have to have good throttle control. This bike is a lot more forgiving. This bike is very forgiving. Like I said, because I made all the dumb mistakes on this bike, to where I dropped it once on that side, dropped it once on the other side. Now that I have the ZX10, I don't make the same dumb mistakes or the dumb choices that I made on this bike. You can drive this year round. You can do whatever. I live in a state where the weather is year round. Out here in Maryland, DMV area, we have really cold winters and really hot summers, and we have all the seasons. We have all the weather, all the seasons. I've driven in super strong storms, crazy storms that look like little mini hurricanes on the bike, and I've gotten drenched on this bike and the ZX10 now. Driving in the rain is not as bad as it seems or looks. Definitely sucks, but it's not terrible. And the ZX10, thank God, has the rain mode, which is definitely nice. It's very convenient. But I will say, you definitely do not want to lean bad weather, like in the ice, snow, rain, whatever. You do not want to lean, because you're using less of the wheel, so you have less traction, less grip to the ground when you are leaning the bike. And then when there's bad weather, you're just asking for it. But like I said, this is all around great bike. Have mods done to the bike, have the mirror deletes. As you can see, I do also have the TST Industries turn signals, the flush mounted turn signals with the halo lights, so that when the light is on, when the ignition is on, the dash looks like you've never seen it before. So it has that, where during the day and at night it's lit up. And then if I turn on my turn signal, it actually flashes, and like I said, it looks amazing at night. And then it's also in the rear as well. It has the sequential turn signals. And I also have the Yoshimura tail tidy kit, You can see that to get rid of that ugly tail that comes stock from the factory on these motorcycles. I have aftermarket levers right here that say R3 on it. The clutch lever, which I have to do the wiring myself and install that myself, and then the brake lever as well that says R3 on it. I put the little tank grips on it that look great, and I think that might be it so far for the mods on this bike. I don't really plan on doing too much of this bike. I just want to keep it OEM plus. That's how I like my things, OEM plus. It just looks cleaner. And for the ZX10, I mean, that's OEM plus, but also performance wise modified. This bike, I don't have anything to do on performance wise. I'm not worried about making my R3 the fastest R3 in the world. That is unnecessary in my opinion. I don't ride this bike to go straight line fast. I ride this bike to have fun and enjoy riding a motorcycle. So all the people that hate on people starting out on safer bikes because they didn't do it, you're sad, dude. I'm hating on people. Get a life, dude. Why are you hating on people? There's no reason to be spreading hate in this world. Because someone that's doing better than you in life, or someone that's up here, super high up, quote unquote, making a lot of money, or they're very happy internally or very secure in themselves, they do not take time out of their day to go spread hate, spread negativity into the world, and make comments about people do with their lives. Like, they just mind their own business, live their happy, crotch-free life, and that's it. Hating comes from a whole different place of negativity and low-level mindset ideology. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is my beautiful Yamaha R3. I love this bike, and I got the helmet cam now. The ZX10 videos are gonna be crazy. I've already been doing a lot of crazy stuff on that bike, like I said. But Fastlane D is coming to DC next week. I will be there with the ZX10. I will be ready to go recording, and I will get a bunch of content for you guys. Like I said, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoy. And if you are debating on getting this as your starter bike, or even just a chill bike just to have in the background, like when I don't want to go stupid fast on the ZX10, I just can hop on this and just ride around and chill and just enjoy my day. Like, I'm just cruising around, having a good time, and still have the capability of getting through turns quickly and efficiently, and also just the reliability of the bike. Yamahas are amazing. Yamahas build beautiful bikes. I love this bike, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Go shop also the new merch at xtfamily.com. I'm gonna pop it up somewhere maybe up there. I'm not sure. I'll pop it up for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
I'm sending letters to my angels, hope you get my message. If I don't get this bitch no money, she gon' say I'm petty. Chris just like my brother, it feel like we Ed and Eddie. Okay, them drugs kicking in, bro punch me in, I said I'm ready. I put some cash on my wrist, it got my